Hello, learners. Welcome to this lesson. I hope you're well and you're keeping safe at home. Welcome to this program whereby we're going to learn English activities. So you have English. So it is my hope you're going to be attentive because you're going to be interacting in this lesson. So welcome. So now, before we begin, I want us to discuss something. In grade 4, we talk about now the strand. We talked about the strand. So our strand today is listening and speaking. Listening and speaking. So I'm going to put down here. So that is our strand, listening and speaking. So meaning that we are going to be speaking more and listening than writing. And then substrand is going to be so substrand we're going to discuss pronunciation and vocabulary. Pronunciation and vocabulary. Meaning that we're going to learn new words. We're going to know how we are supposed to pronounce those words well, how we're supposed to pronounce those words, and also we're going to know how we can use those words to construct sentences. How we can use those words to construct sentences. So, substrand. Pronunciation and vocabulary. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give you some words, some new words, and you're supposed to listen. You're supposed to listen to how I'm pronouncing these words, and also back at home, make sure you are following and you're also pronouncing the way I'm doing. So, word number one. So, I want us to observe this. So, this is the word pleasure. Can you say pleasure? Can you say pleasure? Very good. So now, this word pleasure, so we can first of all define what is the meaning of the word pleasure. So pleasure means the state of being happy. The state of being happy. I've said that it means the state of being happy. So, and we can use this word to construct a sentence using this word. We can say, it was pleasure meeting you. It was pleasure meeting you. So we have used this word to construct a sentence. So we write this. So it was pleasure meeting you. So you can see now, in this sentence, first of all, we begin with the capital letter. So I is capital letter because this is the beginning of this sentence. And then at the end, you put a full stop because this is a statement. So at the end, you put a full stop if that is a statement. So it was pleasure meeting you. That is an example. I hope you also have yours in mind. You're going to tell me at the end of the lesson. So now we go to the number 2. What number 2? We have this. Very good. So we have the word leisure. Can you say leisure? Say leisure. Very good. So leisure, the meaning, this is the time when you are not working. The time when you are not working. That is what we call leisure. The time when you are not working. You are not engaged in anything. And when we have leisure, there's some of the activities that we do and we like doing. For example, on my own, I like playing football. During my leisure time, I play football. So I hope even at home you know that most of the boys like playing football. So also like playing football. So we can use this word to construct a sentence. We can use this word, for example, number 2. We can say, I like playing football during my leisure time. I like playing football during my leisure time. I can note down here. Yeah, so we can read this together. I like playing football during the leisure time. Very good. So we go to the third word, which is this. Can you look? Very good. So how do you pronounce this word? So we say this is a message. 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 I hope you're pronouncing very good. So message, this one means a piece of information passed from one person to another. A piece of information passed from one person to another. Message. You can be given information that you are supposed to tell somebody else. That is what we're referring to as a message. And you can use this word to construct a sentence. Please. We can say, I received your message yesterday. I received your message yesterday. That is a sentence. So we can read together. I received your message yesterday. I received your message yesterday. I received your message yesterday. So that's how we're supposed to construct a sentence using this word. So the next one is this. I want us to observe this. So this is the word vision. Can you say vision? Can you say vision? Very good. Vision. So first of all, what is a vision? What is a vision? So a vision is a plan about the future. The plan about the future. So, for example, in our school, or any kind of a company, or any kind of institution has got its own vision. It got its own vision, whereby they have a plan about what they are going to do in future. So that is what they're referring to as vision. So even you, I know you have a vision. Even as a country, we have a vision known as Vision 2030. Those are the plans the country is likely to achieve in the future. So now we can use this word to construct a sentence. For example, you can say, what is your vision? What is your vision? So you can ask a person, what is your vision? So we write this. So we read together, what is your vision? So you understand that this is a question. So this is a question. So at the end of this question, you're supposed to put a question mark. So this is how you write a question mark. So at the beginning of this sentence, you have capital W. You can see this is a capital W. So at the end here, we are putting a question mark. Why? Because this is a question. This is not a statement. This is a question. That's why we are putting a question mark at the end there. So we go to the next word. I know you're following, and I also hope that you're noting down the meaning as well as examples of those sentences. And I said that you're supposed to have your own sentences in your mind, because at the end of this lesson, you're going to tell me some of the other examples of the sentences. So the next one is this. Yeah, so this one, we read it as a page. Can you say page? Page. I hope you are reading. Very good. So page, what is a page? For example, so a page is simply a piece of paper in a book. A piece of paper in a book. A piece of paper in a book. So, and I have this book here. So I want us to see what is a page. So you have this one. So this is a page. This is another one. A page. So that is what we are referring to as a page. This one, another one. So you can see. So a page is simply a piece of paper in a book. And you can use this word to construct a sentence. You can use this word to construct a sentence. And you can say, for example, turn to the next page. So you can tell somebody, turn to the next page. So you note down this one. So we can note down in our books, turn to the next page, turn to the next page. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap some of these words so that I can be able to write the other words. So I said you can read this one. Turn the next page. Turn the next page. So that is the sentence. So we can go to the next one. The next one, we have this. Yes, as you can see, we have this one, which is image. Can you say image? Say image. Very good. So image. So what is an image? What is an image? So an image is a representation of a person or animal or maybe object. A representation of a person, animal or object. For example, I have this book. I want us to observe this cover of this book. So what can you see here? So here, as you can see, we have an image of a tree. So this one, we have an image of a tree. So it is representing the real tree. So this is not the real tree, but it is just representing the real tree. So you can see how pupils. We have this is a boy, another boy here. So this is not the real children, but image. They are representing these two boys. So these are the image we are referring to. So and this word, we can use it to construct a sentence. We can use this word to construct a sentence, which you can say, I have your image. So you can tell somebody, I have your image. So we can note it down. So we did it together. I have your image. I have your image. So this is a sentence. So here, this is the first person pronoun I. It must be capital always. First person pronoun I. It must be capital. And then here at the end, we make sure we put a full stop. And also there's some mistake that people do when they're writing small I. They ignore this dot on top. It's always good to remember to put a dot on top in case that is a small I. But pronoun I must be always capital. So this is pronoun I. This is letter I. So check the difference. Note the difference. This is a pronoun. This is a letter. So this is a small I. It must have a dot on top. But this one is a pronoun I, which must always be capital. So far so good. We go to the next word. The next one is this. What's this? Very good. So this one, we pronounce it as measure. 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 I hope you're pronouncing back at home. Measure. Very good. So, and we can use this word to construct a sentence. But before we go to that one, I want us to know the meaning of the word measure. So, measure means amount of something. It means amount of something. Amount of something in terms of weight, in terms of length, in terms of height, etc. So for example, we can maybe you want to know the size of a tree. So what you do, you measure. You want to know the height of your English, the height of your teacher of English. So we measure. Are you there? So measure means amount of something. And you can use this word to construct a sentence. For example, measure the length of a tree. Measure the length of the tree. So we can note down this one. So measure the length of the tree. So that is a sentence. So make sure this is a capital M. This is a full stop at the end. Make sure we begin with a capital letter, and then if that is a statement, you put a full stop at the end. So we can go to the next one. The next word. We are almost coming to the end of our lesson. So we observe this. So how do you pronounce this word? This is giraffe. Can you say giraffe? Giraffe. And make sure you observe this, how you're supposed to write it. So many people make this mistake of putting double R here. And then here they put single F. So that is a mistake that people and students always make. So make sure you are keen. So here you put single R and here double F. So check this. Giraffe. So what is a giraffe? So I know you've ever visited a game park, a game reserve, or somewhere, maybe in a forest, etc. A giraffe is one of the wild animals. A giraffe is one of the wild animals that is known to be very tall. It is very tall. So, and we always use what we call a simile to compare things with a giraffe, how tall it is. We can say, as tall as a giraffe. He is as tall as a giraffe. So that is a simile that you are comparing that person, the height of that person, with a giraffe. It means this person is very tall, like a giraffe. So we can note down this. So he is tall like a giraffe. He is tall like a giraffe. So it means this person is as tall as a giraffe. So that is a sentence we can use to the word giraffe. And also this is what we are calling a simile. A simile. So I know you've been taught what is a simile. So, and you know some of the other examples of similes. So in the next lesson, we're going to recap some of the similes that we have in English. Are you there? So now we have come to the end of our lesson. But before we end our lesson, so I want us to do a recap, a reminder of what we have done or what we have covered, and so I just want us to see those words and how to pronounce them correctly. So this one, so we say this is a measure. So we said this is a vision. This is vision. This is a message. Message. So we said this is a leisure. Leisure. So we say this is pleasure. Pleasure. This one we say this is a page. Page. This one, image. And the last one, we have said this is a giraffe. Giraffe. So now, I know we have so many questions, but we have come to the end of the lesson. The next lessons, we are going to discuss some of the similes and also recap what we have just covered. So make sure in the next lesson you have written your own sentences, you construct your own line, and then I'm going to mark and discuss in the next lessons. Otherwise, thank you for the time and listening to me. God bless you.